Hello and welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kristen and today is going to be an excellent day. A day that we've waited for since last October, and that is garlic harvesting. We harvest our garlic, or we plant our garlic late August, late October, early November. And it starts to come up in March like this, and then you'll see it like this, like this, like this, and then come usually the first week of July, it's time to harvest. A couple weeks ago we cut the scapes off, so I'll be making some garlic scape pesto for the freezer soon. But this whole past week I've been working on my barn to get it ready, to get it cleaned up. I have my own space in there now. So I have got a ladder. We're gonna yank out this garlic and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with it next. This right here is my garlic bed. I do raised bed gardening. We have very sandy soil, and so we're able to put some really good compost in here, and you know your garlic is ready when your bottom leaves, they start to die back. These are all starting to die. And it's typically the first week of July is a good rule of thumb. For here, I'm in Michigan zone 6B. And so now we're going to pull the garlic. I am going to pull a couple out to test them first. I don't want to start yanking if they're truly not ready, but I believe that they are ready. So last year was my first time harvesting garlic. This is just my second year. And a mistake that I made is when I went to pull this out, I would snap off this part, and I don't want to do that. So this time I'm just going to take a shovel and just sort of loosen it before I yank it. And there we go. I know that this is a smaller variety. So one thing that I've not been very good at is when I plant things, I don't always label. In this garden bed, I think I have 3 varieties of garlic. So I know I have a German extra hardy, an Amish Campbell, and then a chestnut red. So the smaller one, I believe this is a German extra hardy. The chestnut red is a little bit bigger. Let's see what we can find. I don't plant the mammoth or the huge elephant garlic. I think I'm going to try that next year though, or plant it this fall. But do you see how these lower 3 leaves are gone? That means it's time to harvest. So I'm just going to go through here now, and I'm going to pull some of these out. So I've got a couple good sized ones in here. It's a good sized one. I'm just trying to knock off some of the dirt. It's a little wetter than I had anticipated, but that's okay, because as they hang, I'll be able to brush the dirt off of them as they dry. They'll have to cure for probably 3 or 4 weeks. But I'm gonna keep pulling these, and then we'll tie them off and hang them to dry. have it. It's an empty bed. Actually, I went by a nursery looking for some plants. I never think ahead. Like, what am I going to put in my garlic bed? I need to start doing that, having some pots ready to go. I think I might throw some broccoli and cabbage seeds in here. And I also bought a couple mild habanero plants. But out of 80 garlic that I planted, I got 79. Now, a couple of them are really tiny and a couple of them are really big. So last year I harvested 50. This year I harvested 79. Next year I'm going to shoot for 100. Okay, so garlic has to go through a phase. It has to go through curing. And that helps really to preserve it, you know, so we can use it. Hardneck variety is what I grow, and I can typically use it clear into December. It's a good 6 months. Of course, you can freeze it, you can dehydrate it, turn it into powder. Right now, I'm going to tie it up. I'm going to tie it in bundles of probably 5 or 6. This, because it's hardneck, I cannot braid it. Now, I have heard that the hardneck variety is better for colder climates, but I think next year I will try a softneck variety. But I believe, don't quote me, I believe you get the scapes from the hardneck variety. So I love to make the pesto. So right now I'm just going to start bundling them together and get them curing. All right, we've got 12 bundles. I don't like to put it on the lower rung just in case an animal gets in here. But common practices, save your larger bulbs. These will be for seed garlic for the fall. I think I'm gonna search out some different varieties this year. Some, I think it's called elephant. Is it elephant garlic? And some soft neck variety. But these will, this will dry and it'll get like 2 or 3 layers of paper. In just like probably 2 to 4 weeks, most likely 3 to 4. So now that our garlic is out of our bed, we need to put some plants in. So these are some pimento red habanero. They're not as hot as a regular habanero pepper. My cousin Ann, she always talks about this habanero jelly, so I'm going to try and make that this year. And then I found some seed packets in here. I think I'm going to try and put in some cabbage and broccoli. These are 55 days. So, and just 3 to 5 days germination. So I'm going to stick some of these in. I'm going to give a bed a good mix. I have some compost I'm going to throw in there. But these are cooler weather veg too, so I mean, we could probably harvest these in like October. It looks so weird. The garlic is gone. That garlic's been growing since before I started anything else. Are you my girl? Are you my girl? There you have it. That's how an amateur harvests harvest garlic. I'm not an expert. This is just my second year, but I seem to have really good success. So if you have any questions, comments, or tips for me, I'm open to suggestions. Like I said, I am going to try some new varieties. And thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.